Are we recording? Hello, little pigs. Hey, Porty. We can actually active track pics, which is cool. Dude, this camera keeps on surprising me all the time. Dude, it's still tracking. Let's see if she comes to me. Come here. Yeah, come. Ew. All right. So again, if you saw my guitar shopping video the other day when I went to Amsterdam to check out Axe Palace, at the spot I didn't purchase anything, but then on my way home I decided that I would actually purchase that ENGLund iron ball, and it just arrived, so I figured we would unbox it. How about that? Okay, maybe I should. So I felt that, you know, this amplifier, I've been having my eyes on one of these amplifiers for a good while, as I mentioned before, as an option for me when I go and play live with the Haunted. And they're relatively easy. They're 7 kilos, which is, what is it, 14, 15 pounds maybe. So it's something I can check in on a flight. And it has distortion, a gain boost, noise gate, reverb, and delay. And it's MIDI switchable. So basically, most of the stuff that I need for a gig with the Haunted. And I tried one out at the Axe Palace, and it was just so good. So here we go. So there it is right there. Ooh, it's all dusty. I wonder if it's the one that was in the store. Should we take it in? Take it up the ass. Right, let's just take it in here. Not in the ass. Okay, let me turn on the lights so you can see a little bit better. Put this down there. So the plan with this live rig, you know, with the Haunted, I made one video that hasn't been published yet. It will probably be published this week, where I'm testing one option for my live rig, which is utilizing the quad cortex that I've been using for the past years with the Haunted, but in conjunction with a chug pedal, and it sounds massive as hell. And that's the first video that will be up this week, but then I'm gonna make a video using this thing. I mean, it would be kind of nifty just having this with me and nothing else. So it sounded amazing at the Axe Palace, but the question is, will it hold up on high volume, you know, high volume levels that occur when you're playing live? We're gonna do a quick test right here. I'm just gonna crank it. Obviously not with Pix in the room, because she's very small. All right, full power, 20 watts. The cool thing with this is that it also has an impulse response in it. So you can shove in your own impulse responses into this thing. So that is a very, very good thing. Obviously, you know, you want to have everything in one box. It makes it a lot easier for me, at least. We have this, we have that. Do we have cable? Unboxing with Ola. He's a friend of mine, because he's friendly and so, and that's it. Okay, all right, let me see. So, that's relatively loud. I don't think it's enough for playing live with the Haunted, driving, you know, a full stack of cabs. But I still think it's cool. So Orion at that point, I feel like, you know, on its own, I don't think it's going to be enough for me to use with the Honda, just as I'm cranking the master volume right here. Because I hear how it's like, you know, most of the stuff that gets pushed when you crank the volume are the mids, not so much the low end or the high end. And that's the good thing about having a real full tube power amplifier and the transformers, because, you know, then when you crank the volume, you will also get the low end and the absolute high end also, you know, going up with the level. You can definitely hear the drawback of the EL84 as you crank this thing. It's loud, but it's not how I want the amp to be cranked when you crank an amplifier. What's important is that the amp character sounds very, very good, I must say. All right, I'm gonna try something, and this is actually something I wanted to hold off on until I make the proper video. But what if I plugged this thing, the effects loop, into this thing right here, which is, this is a full tube power amplifier, 50 watt, with 606s in it. You have the full transformers and all that. It's gonna sound sick. Okay, I can do speaker off right here. Turn to speaker off, which means that the speaker is not loaded right there. Then I can connect this. I need another power cable though. And usually that's something that's lacking on these smaller lunchbox amplifiers, is that they usually don't have a depth, because you know, it really can't push you know, the absolute lowest of low ends. And this might actually be, you know, the route that I will go when I'm playing live. So this is it. This is kind of like what I figured I would bring, and I can fit both of these in my Pelly case without problems. So let's turn this on right there. If it goes like I imagine, I'm gonna be extremely happy. So we have the send right here, and I would imagine that the impulse response out would still work on the iron ball right here, so I can send that to a front of house, while the effects loop is going into this, and this full 50 watt full tube power amplifier will feed the cabinet. And hell yeah, okay. So right now the master volume of the iron ball is not working, right? And just like that, I mean, you can probably not hear it, but it sounds like 10 times better in my opinion. Holy shit. Dude, that sounds so fucking good. Dude, this has me excited. I'm gonna try this in a separate video, make a more of a thorough demo of this thing, really put it to the test, since you know, this is something I'm gonna maybe use. It's something I'm considering to use with you know, with the Haunted when I'm playing live this year. So hell yeah, very excited. The Iron Ball 606 SE right there, special edition. Hell yeah. And obviously then, you know, the KSR power amplifier that's right next to it is fucking insane. Fucking insane.